What is up, guys? It is Girl Got Game here, and I'm bringing you a kill confirmed on Arcaden. I had a request to do a preset class, and it was from Avenged2336. He wanted me to use the MP5, and secondary, he said I could use any pistol, so I used the machine pistol MP9, and he wanted me to use a Semtex, a stun grenade, and he wanted me to use Marathon, but Marathon is not one of the perks on Modern Warfare 3, so I use Extreme Conditioning because it's pretty much the same thing, and Quick Draw and Dead Silence. For some reason, this class was extremely hard for me to use. I don't know, I had a really hard time with it. I don't use any of the, I don't use the gun, and I don't use any of the perks besides Dead Silence, only in Search and Destroy, so, I don't know, I had a hard time with it. So, sorry if this gameplay sucks, but, I hope you guys like that. I had a lot of requests after my last video on the relationship tips. I had, about 4 or 5 requests to do a video on long-distance relationships, because I've said in a couple of my videos that I'm in a long-distance relationship. And I thought, what better way to explain long-distance relationships than to have the other half of the long-distance relationship. So I have my boyfriend with me here. Well, not with me, but he's in the call. And say hey.
What's good, YouTube? Avenged here.
And we're going to be talking a little bit about long-distance relationships and how we make it work. So, what are some things to you that you love about having a long-distance relationship?
That I love about having a long-distance relationship with you? Well, I guess so far, it's just the whole, you know, not cramped, I guess. That's the only thing. But, really just, it's not really, I don't want this to sound a bad thing, but it's not really, there's not a lot of positives about a long-distance relationship, but it's not like, it's hard to explain.
Well, what are some of the downfalls?
Downfalls? Well, basically, I don't get to spend any personal time with you. The only time we ever get to talk is when we're on a microphone, or you call me in the morning. But, and whenever anything's wrong between, like, if I'm dealing with something and if you're dealing with something, we aren't there to comfort each other. All we can do is give words over, like I said, a microphone.
Yeah, which makes it really tough sometimes, like, when you need that, like I said in my last video about the needed space and also needing quality time together, that shoulder to cry on and everything. In a long-distance relationship, you don't necessarily have that all the time. It's not like we don't see each other ever. We do, but it's not very, very often. When we see each other, it's for a week or two at a time, and sometimes it's sooner than others, and sometimes we have to wait a few months before we get to see each other again. But one thing that, to me, is worth it is long-distance relationships are great for strengthening trust. If you don't have trust in a long-distance relationship, it's not going to work. You have to completely confide in the other person that they're doing what they say they're doing. They're not going behind your back. See, with my boyfriend, I know that he's being faithful to me, and you have to have that knowledge, because otherwise it's just not going to work. So yeah, it really, really strengthens your trust.
And to be honest, oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Well, to be honest, guys, if you're a guy or a girl who gets, I don't know, just first things first, you got to be able to give your other half, or the person you want to be with, even if it's a long distance relationship, even if it's, you know, in a regular relationship, you guys got to be able to give them the freedom to be able to do whatever they want. And I'm not saying like, oh no, you can cheat on me. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be able to, if they like, well, in Amanda's previous comm, or Game's previous comm, she said that most of her friends are guys. And I know that, I am completely okay with that, but I know a lot of guys who don't like their girlfriends having guy friends because because their trust issues think that, oh, she has guy friends, she might be doing stuff with them or anything like that. So trust goes in any kind of relationship. You got to be able to, well, like she said, trust whoever she's hanging out with, whoever they're with, that they are being faithful to you. If you have any doubt, bring it up with them, but don't be afraid to say how you feel. If you really think that this relationship is what you want it to be, if you want it to work, then And if you think they feel the same way, then you should be able to talk about any issue either of you guys have.
Well said. What are some things about a long-distance relationship that have changed your life?
Changed my life? Well, this is actually the first long-distance relationship I've ever been in. But really, it's changed my life because, well, I have something to look forward to now. And in a few months from now, I have a pretty bright future, I think, with my other half here. And basically, the only thing is the waiting is killing me. That's it.
Yeah, you gotta be super, super patient.
Yeah.
Time sucks when you're in a long-distance relationship. I know when we set dates to fly to each other, we're counting down days, counting down hours, till we see each other. But the one thing that I really think is a good thing about long-distance relationships is the time that you do get to spend together is you take it more to heart and it means more. Because since you don't see each other all the time, seeing the other person just, I don't know, it's a feeling that you can't even explain unless you love somebody and aren't with them all the time. I mean, I know a lot of you guys are in relationships. Just think about being in your relationship and being in love in your relationship and not being able to have any interaction with that person for a few months. I know some people think it's extremely hard to be away from their other person for a few days. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's really hard sometimes, and sometimes it can get extremely emotional from not being with each other, but that's just one of the things that comes along with it, and that's one of the things you have to accept. And we've accepted that, and we accepted the fact that it's not gonna last forever, and we can handle it for these next few months, and we both have agreed to.
Exactly. Basically what she's trying to say is, like, knowing that you guys aren't always going to be together, it teaches you to cherish the time you guys have together, and it teaches you both how to appreciate the other one more. Because having them always around, and then, say, having them taken away in an instant, could be they have to go somewhere or something. It could just mean that, you know, you didn't really know what you have until it's gone, sort of. Yeah.
So in a long-distance relationship, you have to pretty much pick and choose how you're personally going to live your life. If you're a really clingy person, then I doubt a long-distance relationship is going to work for you. But for me and Lars, it has completely worked, and I love every minute of it. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and check Avenged out. Check him out. He's got really good stuff, and he's the one that actually got me into commentating. So go give his page some love, and I hope to talk to you guys later. Peace out.
Peace.